Hey guys, what's up? Andrew from American Musical Supply here at Winter NAMM 2018, and I'm in the Hartke Samson Technologies booth, and very privileged to be with bass virtuoso Mr. Vic Wooten. How you doing, Vic?
I'm doing well.
Nice to.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Vic, can you talk to us a little bit about the equipment that you use? I know you're a Hartke endorser, and if we can talk about those amps, that'd be great.
Sure. I've been using this Hartke amps and speakers for quite a few years now, and I'm really fond of the High Drive series.
Okay.
You know, Hartke became popular many years ago for making all aluminum speakers. An ingenious idea. First one to do it. And now they're making the half paper, half aluminum, the High Drive cabinets. That's what really got my attention, you know,
Okay.
and so that's what I've been using now for quite a few years.
What do you find that those cabinets deliver over, other traditional speaker cabinets?
Well, I mean, I'm not one that says, "Oh, this is the greatest." I like the fact that we have choices.
Okay.
But for me, I'm a bass player, so it needs to be big and fat on the bottom. But I'm also very percussive. I'm known for playing melodies, chords, rhythms, and I need those to cut through. You know, so I need a speaker or a cabinet that's going to give me both.
Right.
Not just the bottom end that's necessary for what we bass players do, but also when I go out of the bass roll and start going into higher end and percussiveness and melodies, I need something that's going to represent that truthfully, and the High Drives do that for me.
Awesome. Now, I've been listening to you since Bella Fleck and the UFO Tofu album came out in the 90s, and in terms of your unique sound and your technique and really your innovation on the instrument, like, could you just share with us a little bit about how you came to incorporate some of that percussiveness into your playing and your technique, your unique kind of technique things?
Yeah, I'm the last born of 5 brothers. So when I came around, all my brothers were already playing. They needed a bass player. That became me. Every little kid looks up to their older siblings. And I had 4 brothers. So Reggie was playing guitar, so I would steal stuff from Reggie, but on the bass. Roy playing drums, I would steal rhythms from him, right? Rudy plays saxophone. You know, a lot of times you don't think you'll get much from saxophone, except maybe listening to their lines. Mm-hmm. But if you think about a saxophone playing vertically, if you lay it sideways, it looks just like a guitar.
Wow.
So I was able to steal from my brother Rudy. My brother Joseph playing keys, that's 2-hand tapping all day. Mm-hmm. So I was able to steal from them or borrow or take or really be influenced by them. I still do that today. And that's where the germ of the ideas of doing something different came from. Okay. I was never trying to be different. I was just being influenced. The same way you learn how to talk from your family, I learned music from mine.
Wow. That's a great way of putting all that. And thank you for sharing that with us. Awesome. So what's coming up in store for you? You have a new album out with Dennis Chambers and Bob Franceschini. Yeah. And how much more of the tour do you have left of that?
We'll be touring at least through the end of 2018. We'll see what happens 2019. Everybody's busy. Fortunately, the 3 of us have successful musical careers, and I want everyone to be able to do their own thing. So I have them obligated, up until the end of 2018. We'll see what happens after that. But I'm still running music camps every year. This is our 19th year. I have a new book that I'm almost finished, the sequel to my 10-year-old book, The Music Lesson. And I'm also teaching a lot, even more than ever. And I teach every week. I'm sorry, scratch that. I teach every month for a week. I teach a week a month at Berklee College of Music in Boston. Okay. So it's keeping me busy, plus having a lovely wife and 4 kids. My life is pretty full. Yeah.
That's great. And in terms of the trio format, what do you find that's different about that allows you to express yourself musically?
Yeah, well, sure. With a trio, there's a whole lot more room. There's also a whole lot more responsibility. And a lot of people think when I say there's a whole lot more room, that means, oh, you get to play more. Well, maybe, but in a lot of cases, you want to let that stuff breathe. I think a less experienced musician might want to fill it all up. Mm-hmm. But the room allows the music to touch people because there's more space. But it also allows Bob to play some bass lines on his saxophone. He has some technology that allows him to play chords on his saxophone. Okay. I'm using some new technology on the bass that gives me synthesizer sound, so I can play strings, I can play pads, keyboard pads, and things like that. But because it's just a trio, all that stuff comes out. If I did that and I had a keyboard player already, what I was doing would get lost. So you really get to see and experience the music fully because there's less of us on stage, even though the music is not lacking.
Right. Cool. Very cool. Yeah. So if people are interested in coming out to see you on tour, where can they find your tour dates on your
website? Yeah, my website is the best way, VictorWooten.com. That's WOOTEN, Wooten.com, VictorWooten.com. But I'm also on Facebook, have a couple Facebook pages, Instagram, what's Trump, Twitter, all that stuff. You know, I found out how valuable that stuff is. So people listen. So yeah, I'm doing all the social media. If people send me a message, I usually do my best to answer it. But you know, I'm probably one of the artists that's the easiest to get in touch with. I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm easy to find.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
Andrew, thank you.
My pleasure. Definitely my pleasure. And if you're interested in connecting with Victor, you can visit his website or his social media handles, and you can also check out Hartke's line of amplification at AmericanMusical.com.